Hi, I'm feeling really rough today, but I'm gonna set up this talking head setup, and then I'm gonna talk to you about my favorite movie. That's pretty much the extent of what I feel like doing. Oh my god, I sound terrible. That's the extent of what I feel like doing today. I feel so gross. I'm gonna switch over to this camera now. Ready? In 3, 2, 1.
What's up? I thought I'd get the good mic out so that I didn't have to project as much. This is my favorite movie. It's The Shining by Stanley Kubrick, featuring Jack Nicholson, Shelley Duvall, and all the other people that are in it. I've done a podcast episode on The Shining before with Joe, like ages ago. I might link that. I think we're re-recording that one tonight, so there'll probably be a new episode soon about The Shining. Sorry, in case you missed yesterday's vlog, I have COVID, so I'm getting absolutely floored today by it. Rocking it in my uni, and we're just gonna talk about The Shining. To answer your first question, why do I love The Shining so much? And that's a really good question. The reason I love The Shining so much is because it's such a versatile movie. Like, you can watch it as the thriller that I would say that it's intended to be. You can dissect it as like a paranormal investigation film. You can dig deeper into the lore and learn like heaps and heaps about it. Or you can just watch it and enjoy it as a casual film. You don't have to experience it as this like epic 2.5 hour movie. If you were to ask me if I could have one movie that I could watch for the rest of my life with like no other options, 100%, no questions asked, it would be The Shining. And that's because there's so many different theories surrounding this movie, and I could honestly talk about this movie for hours, and I have in podcast episodes before. But basically what it boils down to is the amount of different theories that you can come up with surrounding the movie. Very minor spoilers, but the movie on the whole is like, they go to, if you haven't seen The Shining at this point, like, what are you even doing? But that said, I only watched The Godfather for the first time like 2 weeks ago, so I can't talk that much. The Shining, right, it follows this dude and his family that go take care of a hotel over the course of the winter. And my interpretation of the story, which I think is the most popular interpretation, is that the hotel is haunted and it starts to possess the main character, Jack Torrance, and he starts like hearing things and seeing things in the hotel, and he's kind of coaxed into wanting to kill his family, which, you know, not ideal. There's a bunch of different theories around the movie, like theories about how it's not actually haunted and he's like mentally ill, or that he's trying to justify killing his family because there's like hints towards him having abused his kid. That's Danny. There's hints towards him having abused Danny in the past and things like that throughout the whole film, so you kind of get that whole side of things. The point is, you can really delve into the movie story really, really in depth. And then on the total flip side of that, the filmmaking over the movie as a whole is just like top tier. Like, I've pinched shots directly out of this movie before for this vlog. I can't remember what one specifically. A lot of my top-down stuff and a lot of like wide-angle stuff is really heavily inspired by Kubrick. Essentially, this movie on the whole has like impacted my filmmaking journey in such a massive way. And it was kind of, I remember seeing it as a kid and then rewatching it probably when I was 18. And from that point, from watching it when I was 18, was the point where I was like, oh, well, like, there's way more to this filmmaking thing than I may have initially thought. That was kind of the catalyst for me becoming a more consistent filmmaker. The Shining is really, really good, and I have it like, I've bought it on several different platforms. I have it on like all my computers, all my media playing devices. I really love The Shining, and I really love Stanley Kubrick as a whole, not as a person, but as a filmmaker, because he did some less than favorable things. But I'm gonna leave it at that. You should go watch The Shining. That's my homework to you for today. I think I'm gonna go sleep now.